So you saw somebody get restrained on one of your flights?
First time ever seeing this, and it's a scary situation to be in when you see so much commotion happening on a flight. And I traveled a lot in the last 2 weeks, so I was on a plane a lot more than I think I've ever wanted to be. So a lot of different airlines, a lot of different planes, and
no, go ahead. Like, where did you fly to?
Oh man, okay, so I went.
Where didn't he fly to? That's probably
Give you a shorter list.
Yeah.
Arizona.
So it starts in Atlanta, goes to Arizona.
I went to Arizona, then I went to Denver, then I went to New York, then I went to Amsterdam, then Dubai, then Abu Dhabi, then Rome, then back to New York, then Atlanta.
Yeah.
How many Sky Miles do you get for a trip like that?
Quite a few.
Yeah.
I wish my Sky Miles account was actual money the way that it looks right now. But
That's bananas.
It was a lot. And so I saw a lot of things. I didn't lose my bag, which was shocking to me because I do that every single time. But with all the traveling, I didn't lose a bag. But I did see some things. And on one particular flight, I saw something I never thought I would see in my life. And it was toward the end of the flight. And I was actually like asleep and not really paying much attention, but I woke up to some noise. And what I guess I had missed was there was a person who entered into the bathroom, and they went into the bathroom right as we were about to go into descending into landing. So obviously they want everybody in their seats at that time. And I've heard stories of people just not listening for whatever reason, but I've never actually witnessed it. So what I woke up to was seeing like 2 or 3 flight attendants banging on the bathroom door, and they're trying to get this person out of the bathroom. And so once I woke up, this banging had to have gone on for maybe, I'd say 10 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
It was like they really just would not come out. So the male flight attendant starts to actually try to pull the door open at this point, like break it and get the door open.
Well, the flight attendants, you would think they would have to have like a way to get access into the bathroom in case of emergency.
Sure.
So apparently there's
But I guess that's just ripping the door open.
No, you're right. There is supposed to be some sort of key that they can use in case of emergency, but they couldn't find the key. I don't know how they couldn't find it, but they couldn't find the key. So after that, there's nothing you can do. They're just banging and they're yelling. And you know the person is in there because you can hear like the water going, and you can hear them doing something. No one knows what they're doing.
And it's locked. You can't lock it from the outside. So there's got to be somebody in there.
Right. So everybody on the plane is pretty much terrified because you have no idea what this person is doing. So finally, when we're about 5 minutes to landing at this point, they had to contact the police and let the police know to be there upon arrival to arrest this person because they are not abiding by the laws. And so finally, the person just comes out of the restroom. And I guess the part I missed, and this is where the people who saw the entire thing were a bit flabbergasted by the entire situation, because apparently the person went in as a woman, but came out as a man. And I don't know why. I don't know what the gender change was for, but when he came out, there was like clothes and wigs and things of that nature kind of just lying around as the flight attendants were trying to pull them out of the bathroom. So I don't know why that change was so important for this person, but apparently this had to happen for them.
Damn, they got some splaining to do.
So much so that they would not come out. So when the flight attendants finally got them out, I think they were under the impression that the flight attendants were going to be a little more understanding after they realized what had happened, but they weren't. And they were forced now to restrain this person because they asked, what was the issue? And the person was trying to explain it, but they weren't really much of listening at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had to hold the person down into one of the jump seats where the flight attendants normally sit until the plane landed. Like all 3 of these flight attendants are literally holding this person in the seat until the plane landed.
So it's considered suspicious behavior, but who knows what the story was? Like, who knows who they were going to meet at the airport?
what lifestyle they're living in one city and different in another, but to them it was a security risk.
Exactly that. So we'll never know, I guess, what this change was for. I mean, I even tried to search it to see if anything came up on the news or anything like that, but I didn't see anything. But once the flight landed, everybody had to remain seated until the police were able to actually walk onto the aircraft and arrest this person and take them off of the plane.
Craziness.
Now, had they gone prior to descent and done whatever they needed to do in the restroom and came out, then there wouldn't have been an issue, no?
Wouldn't have been an issue at all. I think it's just that it went into the time of when they were asking the person to find your seat, and they just would not come out of the bathroom. I don't know if they just couldn't yet or what the situation was, but they would not come out.
Well, if you're changing all of your clothes from one gender to the other, that's a small little
Very
area.
small.
Right. It's going to take you a while anyway. And if you're going head to toe on that, it's going to take a while.
So that's probably what it was. And I mean, I really wanted to know what the change was for. And I felt relieved when the person, because you don't know what the person's in there doing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, if they're just changing, I felt like, okay, well, everybody's at least safe. But yeah, the flight attendants weren't trying to hear any of that.
No, I mean, yeah, and after 10 minutes and they're trying to get you out and you're not, of course, worst case scenario, especially as a flight attendant's going through your head as far as like what that person's doing in there.
Interesting.
Probably
case.
one of the scarier moments I've ever had on a flight.
The Bert Show.